Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. Today we are releasing I guess it's the May version of the International Crafters Video Hop. And so this month we were challenged to use punches in our design. So I've decided to use the Unbounded Love stamp set, but some gorgeous paper that is from the Unbounded Love suite of products that is in the new annual catalog. So the theme was punches. I'm also throwing in some of the new in colors that I absolutely am in love with. And so this is, I'm using the circle punches because they're my favorites. I have to say, I love the circle punches. And so that's what I'm going to use for today's card. Now, if you follow me at all, you know that every Tuesday I post a sketch challenge. And so this actually was a sketch that I posted while I was away last week on the incentive trip. I didn't make a card with it, but I just posted it for everyone to enjoy and to make some projects with. So today's my day for actually using the sketch. So I'll show you the sketch I'm going to use, and then I'll get on and make the card. All right, so let me switch over. I have to remember how to do this. It's been a while. All right, so this is the Unbounded Love. This is one of the two stamp sets that is part of the Unbounded Love suite. This is all sentiments, and there are dies that go along with this. And then there is a stamp set and die bundle that is the flowers, the two-step stamping with the flowers. So I'm going to use a sentiment from this. And then I'm going to use some of the paper. Let's look at this gorgeous paper in the new in colors. So I'm using Summer Splash and Petunia Pop. Just absolutely stunning paper. Just so pretty. So I'm going to use that. And let me show you the sketch that I posted. I think it was last week. So this was the sketch that I shared. I think it was last week for everyone to play along with. And so you can see my punches. So I'm going to use my circle punches. I'm going to use my 2-inch circle punch and then my 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Although the ones I've grabbed are a little bit, so I've got my 2-inch and 2 3/8 inch. So it's going to be a little bit different than what the instructions say, but that's okay. And then a sentiment across the top. So easy to do. And I'm going to throw in an embossing folder. So let's make the card. So the first thing, I've got a piece of the thick basic white cardstock. It's 4 1/4 by 11. In metric, this would be 10.5 by 29.7, and it's scored in half. The metric measurements, if I forget to say what they are as I go through, because I'm so used to the Imperial measurements, if I forget to say what they are as I go through, they will be underneath this video when it goes live. Okay, so that's scored in half, and always use your bone folder to give it a good burnish. Okay, all right, so this was thick basic white. Now I've got a piece of Petunia Pop cardstock. So this is 4 inches by 5 1/4 or 10 centimeters by 14.4 centimeters. I think that's right. So that's going to be my first layer. And then I've got 4 different designer, well, I guess I've got 3 pieces of designer series paper, but I'm going to use one of the fronts and one of the backs. So I'm just going to punch out. This is the 2-inch circle punch. So we'll punch one out of that and one out of that. And then using the 2 3/8 inch circle punch, I'm going to use this one. And this one. I think this is my absolute favorite. It looks like heat emboss or emboss resist to me. So I really love it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just take and glue these on. I'm going to emboss over top of it because I really like the look of, let's get the flowers going the right way. I like the look of the embossing folder. Get these going right the way. So we're going to alternate, well, not alternate them, but we're going to use different sides of the designer series paper. I love this one, Peach Pie. My glue splodged out. And then the last one. So my circles fill up my piece of cardstock more than they did on my sketch, because I've got the 2" and the 2 3/8 inch, but that's okay. All right, so once you've got the circles adhered on, I'm going to take and emboss this. Now this is the, oh gosh, I've forgotten the name of this, Tara. That's terrible. I'm going to quickly look up the name, because this is one of the new embossing folders. Here we are. Embossing folders are on page 129 of the catalog. It's called Dotted Circles. That's pretty obvious. And this is the new size. So we have 2 that are this size. So they are 6 inches by 8.5 inches. So they are very large. So I'm going to just take this, put my cardstock into it, bring over my Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, and we will run it through. So it gets run through like a regular, like a 3D embossing folder. And so you just use the base platform as well as plate number 4 when you're using these. Embossing this also helps to hold that piece of cards, or all those pieces of designer series paper on. So you get this really cool effect. So we're going to take that, and then you can glue this on. Isn't it a cool embossing folder? So when I use have an embossing folder and I'm gluing it, I use liquid glue, because it gets into those nooks and crannies. Almost makes it look like those circles are part of the cardstock layer. There we go. So isn't that pretty? I love that color combination. This is Petunia Pop and Summer Splash. So I've got a piece of the basic white. And if you follow me at all, you know that I tend to fussy cut my sentiments. So I said the sentiment was about, oh, I've got the wrong stamp set in there. I said the sentiment was about 3/4 by 2.5. These are 80%, so they're a bit, the images are smaller than what they appear. So I'm going to use the one, I'm going to use Happy Birthday. It's bigger than what I said, but they're just, my sizes for sentiments in particular are just kind of a guide. So I'm going to just stamp this in Summer Splash like that. And then I'm going to take and so I'm going to fussy cut around this. You could just cut a rectangle if you're not into fussy cutting, or just, yeah, cut a rectangle using your paper trimmers, or just cut a rectangle, fussy cut a rectangle, up to you. Use a die, use a punch. Another way to use punches, if you've got them. But if you follow me, you know that I actually like to fussy cut. I know everybody thinks that's very weird of me. And we're going to use dimensionals to put this on. So I've just got some extra little pieces around the edge. So we'll just cut those so that they approximately will fit onto there. Get that going the right way. And I'm just going to put that right like that. So easy to make a card. Now, of course, we have to embellish it. We have these. These are the new In Color Shimmer Gems. So I'm going to use the Summer Splash ones. going to put them where they'll show. So I'm going to put them, come on, you doesn't want to come out. There we go. One there, and one there. Now we need something on the inside of the card as well. So I'll bring my trimmer back. And I'm just going to cut a piece of this designer series paper, 3/4 of an inch by 4. So about 2 centimeters by 10 centimeters. And we'll put that on the inside of the card. I like to, even if I don't put a sentiment on, which I often don't put sentiments on the inside of the card, because then I can figure out, I mean, this is obviously a birthday card, but it's finished on the inside and it gives me some room to write a message. And sometimes if I'm making a card that doesn't have an obvious, it's more of an all occasion card, then I can decide what I want to put on the card. All right, so there is my card featuring the In Colors, 2 of the new In Colors, Summer Splash and Petunia Pop, as well as punches. So those are the 2-inch and 2 3/8-inch circle punch. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining me. Hope you have a look, check out all of the other videos in the hop, and please leave comments. We love to get your comments as you're hopping through all of our videos, and check out all the punch cards that we're showing, our punch projects. I don't, maybe they're not all cards. So check us out this month, and then come back next month. I can't remember what the theme is for next month, but every month on the 10th of the month in the South Pacific, and so it's always the 9th of the month in North America, we go live with our blog hop. So I hope you'll come back and check us out next month too. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button when you're checking out my video, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already. And that way you'll get notified when I post new things. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.